I don't know how to follow this. Some months back, during one of the early planning sessions for today's events, Rachel came to me and announced that I would be giving some remarks at this time. As many of you know, I'm not particularly one for speeches. And frankly, I thought handling the reception was penance enough. You know how fathers and daughters are. She batted her eyes, whimpered a little bit, and I caved like a wet paper bag. So I spent the next few weeks tossing and turning, trying to come up with some remarks for today that would, be appropriate for the event and all, and I struggled, and I was drawing a blank. Finally, I did what anyone panicking in a situation like this would do. I Googled speeches. Okay, so I found a speech, and I looked at it and I said, it's got all the right elements. Eloquent, to the point, and most importantly, brief. So, with that in mind, Brian, if you would. One score and 6 years ago, your mother and father brought forth on this continent a new girl. Conceived in love and dedicated to your mother's deep desire to have and raise a daughter. Now, we are engaged in a great wedding festival, testing whether those parents, or any parents, so burdened and so dedicated, can long endure. We are met in a great barn of that festival. We come here to celebrate and consecrate the joining of these two lives and these two families. And to welcome you to our family, Matthew, who, though he may not yet fully grasp it, here gives his life over that that girl might be happy. You guys know what I'm talking about. It is altogether fitting and proper that we should do this. But in a larger sense, we cannot consecrate, we cannot sanctify this union. These two brave and naive young people who have here pledged themselves to each other over these past 2.5 years have consecrated it far above our poor power to add or detract. The world will little note nor long remember what I say here, thank God. And honestly, barring some really embarrassing YouTube video, they're not going to remember what we did here either. It is for us, the family and friends rather, to be dedicated here to the continued nitpicking, meddling, and dispensing of unsolicited advice that these two young people have thus far so nobly tolerated. It is for us rather to be here dedicated to providing the perpetual support, encouragement, and love that fosters and enriches any marriage. And that from these honored newlyweds, we take increased devotion to that cause for which they have now committed themselves with utmost devotion, specifically providing Cindy, Jen, Clyde, and me with grandchildren. No pressure. All right. And that we here highly resolve that these newlyweds will never love in vain. That this man and this woman, under God, will share a new life of joys and ventures and always love. And that happiness of the couple, by the couple, for the couple, shall endure to the ends of the earth. Salute! to excuse me. I have tickets to the theater tonight.